everybody. Welcome to our top 10 quick comic picks. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is our quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that are coming out this week to your local comic book store, or if you shopped with us at infinityflux.net, they are on their way to you. And there's some really great books. But all these books also are live up on infinityflux.net. So you can go ahead over there right now. If you hear something you like, you can go ahead and order it, and it will be coming to you. But let's get into this week's books, because there's some good ones.
Yep, Destro #1 is our first book this week. This is the new entry into the Energon universe. We see Destro helping a group of rebels overthrow the government in the country of Darklonia. But of course, he has his own selfish reasons for doing it. He wants to test out his new bats that are powered by Energon, the Cobra Commander gave him. And then later, he gives a military equipment expo to some defense companies. But there's one missing. Why are they missing? You'll have to read it to find out, but it may lead them into conflict with Destro.
First up for me, I've got Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime, #1. But this is just a one-shot written by Jason Aaron, and this is so much fun. It takes a multiversal look at Uncle Scrooge. What if he never kind of found the love for his nephews because Donald Duck never showed up on time to this event and everything, and that sends Uncle Scrooge on a tear as he is trying to collect every bit of wealth the world has to offer, and when that's not enough, he finds a way to head into the multiverse. So it's up to the regular Scrooge McDuck, along with Donald, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, to stop this, what do they call it? It's like the all Scrooge. So if you like a little Marvel flavor with your Disney comics, this is a ton of fun.
And next up is Ultimate Spider-Man #6. This was an action-packed issue after the last couple have been kind of quiet. Spider-Man and the Green Goblin team up to take on Wilson Fisk to get more information from him about the state of the world and his place in it. Plus, we get some great family moments between all of the Parker family, and the ending of this is really, really good too. I really liked it a lot.
It's called The Scrooge Above All.
Okay.
That's it. Next up, I've got Venomverse Reborn #1. This is another one of your kind of Spider-Verse, Venomverse type books that's an anthology. This one has kind of an overarching story that is the kind of narration for why we're getting this. But we get two really cool stories on here. One of them is about the video game version of Venom, the one from the Spider-Man PlayStation games. That version of Venom meeting the 616 version of Null, which is super interesting. And the second story is one where there has been some murders among the Avengers, and a few of the remaining Avengers try to figure out who could have done this, who is powerful enough to take out all these Avengers so horrifically. It is truly a scary one. So if you're in for some more kind of Elseworlds Venom tales, Venoms from different realities, all of that, and especially that the PlayStation Venom, first appearance of that one, super cool. So check out Venomverse Reborn #1.
Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution #2. In this one, April starts to run some tests on Odin to figure out why he kind of froze up in the battle last issue. And while she does that, we get a little exposition into the creation of these new turtles, which I don't think we've seen before, so that's really cool. And then later, two rival gangs start to go at each other, and Casey and the Turtles spring into action. And we see something pretty interesting with the Turtles that I definitely wasn't expecting.
Next up, I've got Amazing Spider-Man #52. Check out that homage cover to Amazing Spider-Man 300. Really cool there with Spider-Goblin. And this one, Spider-Goblin is facing off against Chasm, Ben Reilly, for the fate of the universe, basically, because Spider-Goblin is very dangerous and cannot be stopped. Meanwhile, Kamala Khan has her suspicions that Norman Osborn isn't as nice of a guy as he seemed recently. So there's a lot of action in this one as we get our next chapter in the Spider-Goblin story.
And next up is Doctor Strange #16. This is a Blood Hunt tie-in, and this one is all about Wong. He has been left at the Sanctum Sanctorum to sort of watch over the now vampire body of Doctor Strange while he and Clea go off to do their thing that we saw in Blood Hunt #3. But is he truly alone? And is Doctor Strange's body really as secure as they think it is? Maybe not.
Next up, I've got Misery. This is from the Spawn universe, and this book follows Cyan, who has been in the Spawn universe since the very beginning, but now she's older, and she's starting to understand everything that's been going on between her family, and now she's starting to understand some of the power she has as she sets out on her own to kind of discover who she is and maybe become a hero herself. So this is a new miniseries in the Spawn universe. Don't miss it if you've been reading all of them.
And last for me is Venom Separation Anxiety #2. This is a mini series, one of Marvel's retro series that kind of falls in line with the books from the 90s. And in this one, the Purple Man has gotten a little piece of symbiote, and he is looking for this prism that contains a hair of his that Doctor Doom used in an old Marvel graphic novel from 1987. So that was really cool. But the Purple Man isn't the only one looking for this prism, and it leads him to the Four Freedoms Plaza in New York. There's a really cool fight between Venom and Ben Grimm. Great action, great artwork. This was a really fun comic book.
Speaking of really fun comic books, this is Dracula Blood Hunt #2, and I love this issue. This picks up after the events of Blood Hunt #2. Brielle has run out after learning that her father is behind all of this, and the kind of realization that she may be the one who has to deal with him. But she gets attacked by vampires, but there's someone there to help. It's Daredevil, and they have some great scenes and kind of learning what does it mean to actually step up and become a hero. It's not always an easy choice. So this is super good. The art is fantastic. I love Daredevil in this. Dracula has some really great scenes too. So this is one of my favorite tie-ins to Blood Hunt in Dracula Blood Hunt #2. And that is it for our top 10 quick comic picks. Thank you so much for watching. Head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can order these books we just talked about, and stay tuned for our longer video coming up where we'll be going over these, their variants, plus much, much more coming very soon. So, thank you so much for watching, and see ya.
See ya.